If you want zero effort, consistent, great golf shots, then you must try and turn your shoulders on a circle. Keep watching to learn how. So a real simple concept here today, which can provide really consistent golf shots. Essentially, if we can get to hit the ground in the same spot every single time, you will strike the ball effortlessly and fantastically, consistently. What I want you to think about today is turning your shoulders on a circle. There's a fraction of a change to that, but if you still turn your shoulders on the circle, you will still be fantastic. What I want you to think about today, and I've got this rod in place here, if I'm stood in place, if I turn and my shoulders reach this rod, and in the way down, my right shoulder reaches this rod, and it's on the same kind of axis or plane, I will then move my lower half correctly. I will then create a decent position with the golf club in terms of my arms, because again, as soon as my arms start to misbehave, my shoulders change. So by controlling the bigger muscle and moving it consistently as we want and having something in there that's like a template to replicate and work consistently too, can provide outstanding results. Well, I mentioned earlier there's a fraction of a change to that. So when I'm actually taking to my golf club here now, in the backswing, left shoulder will be on this plane. On the downswing, the right shoulder should actually be ever so slightly lower than the left shoulder in the backswing. But still, if you thought about it being in that kind of circle and returning to the same spot, you would be still very good. If we can make that ever so slightly lower, that is even better. So I'm going to take hold of my setup here now and just make a few reps. Under the rod, under the rod, under the rod, under the rod. I'm just trying to let the rest of my body, arms, legs, everything, respond. If I tilt and turn correctly with the upper, the lower half will tilt and turn pretty correctly. Otherwise I'll start to feel a wobble. But then again, I would probably not be able to achieve this circular action we're talking about. So initially what I'd like you to do is take your setup to a golf ball with a rod or something, and you can put a bit of a noodle on it to make it a bit more protected, and then just start to feel rod, rod, and then start to find you can just make some smaller swings initially and build up that power. And we're still focusing only on that one thing. So this is very much a one swing thought you can take straight to the golf course and play better with straight away. So once we've done it a few times in short swings, build it up. So getting to about 3/4 there, and we'll try one now at full speed. And what I want you to think about is not worrying if you're exactly on that rod, but more about just that concept and how that starts to change performance. As I said earlier, if these shoulders are working not in that circle, we will start to see the body misbehaving and the arms misbehaving elsewhere. So as a very simple concept, if the shoulders work on this circle, everything else starts to perform magically well, and that will give us consistent golf shots. We often talk about hitting the ground after the golf ball and hitting the ground in the consistent place, the consistent depth. This makes you achieve it. Turning the shoulders in a circle makes ball and turf contact so easy that if you're not doing it, you need to be doing it straight away.